The murder of 6-year-old JonBenet Ramsey captivated the nation and put her family under the microscope, with many speculating that her father, mother, brother, or all three were involved in her killing.
Four sets of remains. Remember, they were found last fall. A stunning breakthrough in one of Australia's most infamous unsolved crimes, the Wanda Beach murder.
You fix what's broken when you make that smile. So just stay for a little while. So just stay for a little while.
Oh boy.
Oh. Okay. All right, we're going in. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another edition of It Remains to Be Seen. And as always, over here on the left, you have your beautiful hostess, Lori. And on the right, you have me, Bob. And I'm just looking over in the chat. Lori had addressed it. Wild Fox, you'd mentioned can't hear for the music. That was actually the intro that we created for the show. And so there was talking in the intro, but it's just some different news clips from different cases that remain mysteries for a long time. And we're thankful to have all of you out here with us this evening there in the chat. And we hope that everyone has been having a great Saturday. And we are back tonight. Again, Lori came out and did an update this morning to talk about any changes that have transpired with Gabby's case. And now we're back tonight to just kind of fill you in on the craziness that's happened through the day, the rumors that happened, which we will definitely denote. Anything you'd like to start off with, beautiful?
Good evening.
We've got Discover True Crime out. Good evening. Good to see ya. And Wild Fox said it's fine now. Thanks. Good. Glad. Yeah, that was probably just the intro. Is all that it was. We aren't talking in that, but that's just some video editing magic that I've had fun learning for the past several months. Hello, Crystal. How is it going?
Wait,
so
hold, stop the train. Are we gonna address that now, or are we gonna address that later? With my hand. That's so weird on the screen.
What do you think? I think that we should address Gabby's case first, and we can talk about that afterward, because I know there are a lot of people. I mean, and if you have a difference of opinion on that, hun, that's okay. But I know that there are a lot of people who come out to these channels and they're looking for what's going on, as opposed to the other stuff. And
oh no, I agree. I was just wondering if that's what you were gonna say, because if that's what you were blah 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 blah, and then the blah 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 blah. You get that? Okay. No, I was just curious.
Okay.
It's all good.
Okay. Yeah. No, we're going to address something at the end today, of the show, but that's pertaining to the YouTube ecosystem out here and the craziness that's going on. We are not going to put ourselves in the center of the drama, but we want to make it clear to others out there that others who are missing, like Summer, are not forgotten. And we'll elaborate on that later on. But first of all, we're going to hop into Gabby's case. And I am going to switch scenes, hun, for the video share. which I need to find out if we can be heard out there.
I think so. Nobody's yelling at us.
But there's that 7-second delay though, you know.
Oh.
So just one moment.
Yes.
We can still be heard out there?
So Crystal says.
Cool. All right, great. And if you have any trouble hearing us at any point in time, guys, just please let us know, because I'm still like learning OBS for broadcasting. It's been an awesome experience, but there's a lot to learn. And so I am going to bring up a video. This is from, oh my goodness, my mind is just not with it today, but I want to make sure to give credit.
Hey, at least you can string a thought. I can't.
So mean allegedly. And let's see, that window should be appearing on screen right now. Well, right now for us, but 7 seconds for you guys. And do you want me to share screen for you, hun?
No, it's okay.
Okay. So this is at about the 16-minute 3 mark. They were watching some coverage as to what was going on in Gabby's case, and there was something that was said there that was of interest, and I wanted to point that out. They had also
whoa. Who's echoing?
Oh, it's okay. It's because of the audio capture. Hold on. All right. Check it. Do you have it playing over there somewhere that you can check the?
No.
But you heard echoing?
I didn't. Crystal said she did. She
said,
"Oh, she's echoing."
Oh, it's okay.
Pretty bad.
Okay. Yep. Okay. It's because I have the audio. I have the audio output capture turned on, so it's picking you up both through the Skype NDI plugin as well as through the audio. So I have the audio output turned off, so it shouldn't be echoing. Thank you for letting us know. I'll explain this, and then I will get into it. This video here. So we have a video in which So Mean allegedly they had a nice long live stream where they were covering some things, and they were there was something that was said in this video. You have to see it for yourselves, guys, before and maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but but it's talking about the Mustang that was mentioned in the news report from last night. So what I'm going to do, hun, is I guess right now we can mute for a moment, and I'll play that, and then I'll let you know when to unmute so we don't have that echo going on. Okay. Okay. So here we go.
And again, he wouldn't talk to them. And then police searching for them, trying to get in touch with him, nothing. So last night, the family's lawyer reached out to police, and they say that they haven't seen him since Tuesday. They didn't tell police that until last night, and then this morning, they called the Northport Police Department and said the last time they saw him was here. And then the family say they came out here, and then they saw his Mustang here, and they drove that Mustang back to the house. And that's where police are.
Now I'm going to turn off the audio output source so we can... Okay. You can unmute now, beautiful. So, essentially, what we heard in this particular video was that the parents heard that he was last seen out at this this area, was it Carlton Reserve? And let's see. Let me switch us back here. There we go. So, last seen at this Carlton Reserve area, and so the parents they voluntarily requested to speak to the police, and they they told the police on Friday night that Brian has been missing since Tuesday, which is absolutely crazy. Um, another report that had come out was that they had taken some of Brian's clothing for tracking dogs, but if Gabby was living there for roughly a year or more, nothing of Gabby's was given. Um, it seems to me, and this is a personal opinion, I want to make sure to state it as such. It seems to me that through the actions and basing things on actions, I don't know the hearts of the parents. I have no clue. But it seems that their sole focus is on protecting their son. It's pretty messed up. Um,
Well, the thing that kind of messes me up, and I'm just kind of trying to, address Chad here, is uh, just a quick, thing here. Discover True Crime says parents are unbelievable. Crystal Sims said, "Replay that, please," but it's okay. She's caught up now, and she got verification on what she had heard. She said, "Did he just say the family came and got the Mustang?" Discover True Crime says yes. Brandon H says if the roles were reversed and Gabby fled after being abused by Brian, she'd be called stunning and brave. Crystal said, "Oh my God." And Discover True Crime said 100, 100, 100. And Crystal said, "So I missed it. Did he say when they went and got the Mustang?" I don't think they said when they
no,
got the Mustang.
I didn't hear anything specific in that. And as far as Brandon's comment, the way that society seems to be these days, it depends. It depends on the person. But the problem is that there would be massive numbers. I mean, abuse, it not only happens from men to women, it happens from women to men as well. The thing about this case, though, is observing the families. Um, there have been reports, that Gabby's parents have been out searching for her. Um, it's you know, but here you have on the other side, Laundrie's parents immediately hired an attorney. Everything's hush hush. He went missing on Tuesday, and this wasn't reported until Friday. Um, I can see where you're coming from, Brandon, and I understand your thought process on that because, I just a side note, like I saw a meme on Facebook when I was scrolling the other day, which I rarely do anymore because I'm just it's really depressing scrolling Facebook these days. People are really harsh to one another. Um, but it was talking about Goofy and talking about here's a man who went back to school, and was raising his son on his own, and and I don't in any way, shape, or form mean to be sexist or anything like that. Um, I but there were comments on there saying single dads shouldn't get as much credit. Here's the thing: I've been a single dad for over 6.5 years. My two boys. I don't want any credit from anybody. I'm doing what I'm doing because that's what you do as a parent. I love my boys, and I would give my life for them. Um, you know, Brian's activities are very suspicious, and they're two different people. Let's see. Crystal says we are making judgment off of one incident. She shows signs of abuse by taking all the blame and placing none on him. This would be, or could be, considered a crime of passion. Crystal also says, which is why I do not understand all of Brian's activities. Same here. Um, crime of passion, Crystal says, could carry a lesser sentence. I think they both fight each other. Her friend said Brian had episodes and heard voices. We're actually going to show that video here in a little bit as well. the thing is that, you know, individually, you know, we each are unique. We each have our own way of thinking. I don't try to make judgment calls. One thing that I've learned is that, you know, you can't judge someone's heart, but you can observe their actions, and the actions will say a lot. And, you know, in this case, his actions definitely do say a lot. Um, it's crazy, you know. Okay, sorry, I had to get a cough out there. I didn't want to do that in your
I'm
guys' ears.
curious what all goes into a crime of passion. What do they consider, you know, stuff that would, you know, the criteria, I guess, to make it be a crime of passion? Does anybody really know?
That's something I'll have to research on that one. Discover True Crime says innocent people don't hire lawyers right away like Brian did. That's my feeling on the matter too.
See, my thing here is for crime of passion would be, you know, you come home and you find your wife in bed with another man, and you go crazy, like, you know, temporarily, while because
Right,
you know, you're just in a fit of rage,
right.
and say you killed that person or killed the guy or the girl, both, whatever. I don't know both, but one for sure, and whatever you, it could be classified as a crime of passion. But I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
This is my thing though. Like what's going on in the chat there. You know, he went home immediately. A lawyer was hired, and um, and then there was no speaking. There was just these. The thing that really pissed me off, which I said it back then, I'll say it now, was the initial statement by Steve Bertoloni, the lawyer for the Laundrie family, which basically stated, you know, that the families are going through a lot right now, but the Laundrie family will stay in the background at this juncture. And then there was that second statement that came out from him, and it was just so cold. Like it was a faux version of it was ridiculousness, you know. And then we had at the press conference that the police said that they knew where he was, um, and basically, you know, they said they knew where he was. They based that off of Steve Bertoloni's words, but then, you know, he went missing on, when was the press conference? When was that conference? I don't remember what day that was on. My mind is just like all over the place with this, but um,
Maybe you need to break down the time.
need to what?
Break down the timeline.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. Let's go over the timeline here.
Sorry if that was loud, guys. I had to find my charger for my phone.
Just one moment. And I'm gonna once I get it up here, I'll read through the timeline for us.
Does anybody have the link to his backup
I
Instagram?
I have the username. I have the username. Um, what I'll do is I'll put that in the chat. One moment. Or well, here. Let me do this. If I can grab the link here. Okay. Bear in mind though, this is suspicious. I don't know if it's a legit account. Is it? Okay, this is it here. All right. Supposedly,
Wait, Discover True Crime says there was a press conference that was altered and reposted. Be careful of that one. I think it was a typed one.
yeah, no, I was more so meaning the one that was on video. Okay, here's a link for you guys. This is for um, supposedly Brian Laundrie's backup Instagram account, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit as well. Um,
Oh, dude, there ain't no post there.
it's not out there?
No, there is no posts.
Really? There was a picture on there earlier.
Well, there's a picture, but there is no posts. There's nothing.
Interesting. Okay, for those coming in, I'm gonna try to do a quick recap of the timeline here so that we can kind of catch up. Okay. Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie on June 17th. Brian and Gabby, they went to Gabby's hometown in Blue Point, Long Island, to attend her brother's graduation. July 2nd, Gabby and Brian left Blue Point to begin their van life trip. They expected to end in Oregon near Halloween, which that's really interesting because
Wait, 2 seconds. Crystal, is that indeed his backup account?
I don't know. I don't know. That's been shared out there. I'll tell you my thoughts on that in a second.
No, Crystal. Crystal was asking.
My thing is that there was one photo post out there when I checked earlier, and it had been posted 2 hours prior to the time that I had looked at it. It seems as though that's a fake account. In my opinion, it may not be. It may not be. But the difference in the usernames is, the original is bizarre_design, just without an S at the end and an underscore. And then this one is bizarre_design with 2 underscores at the end. So I don't know. I really don't have a definitive answer on that one. This is interesting though. It said, okay, and this just kind of hit my mind. It said that the Gabby and Brian left Blue Point, and they were expecting to end in Oregon near Halloween, and it just crossed my mind that photo on her Instagram page that says Happy Halloween, and Halloween, I don't know if that's anything, but if they were expected to be out there by Halloween, and then there's a picture there on Halloween that symbolized the end of the trip or something, is there a connection there? I don't know. Something just hit my head there. If that makes any sense. I mean, did you follow me on that?
Half-assed.
Okay. They expected to be in Oregon on Halloween, so they expected for their trip to essentially end on Halloween, okay? And the last post on Gabby's Instagram, which was very suspicious, the caption read Happy Halloween.
Yeah, I'm thinking it was more or less like maybe the way I'd read it is, if she did write it, I'm not saying she did, but if she did, that it was more like maybe she would be happy that this trip would be over type thing.
Maybe.
But she did look pretty happy in that picture. But she looked pretty happy in most of the pictures until those body cam stills came out. And she wasn't looking so good anymore.
So I'll continue through the timeline really quickly, as quickly as I can, guys, and don't mind my forehead as I'm reading this. Let me see if I can zoom this a little bit here in Chrome.
I want to say, though, I do want to thank the people who have subscribed.
Yes.
And if you haven't, please do. And also hit the like button.
We really do appreciate you guys and those of you who take the time to come out and watch. July 5th, they were at Kansas Monument Rocks. July 8th, Colorado Springs. July 10th, Grand Sand Dunes National Park. July 16th, Zion National Park. July 20th, Cedar Breaks. July 20th.
Okay, I want to address the elephant in the room here. Okay, yes, there's a lot of chatter in my background. I realize that. My son is 16 and thinks he knows everything.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how many times I tell him to be quiet, he does not listen. He thinks he rules the roost.
You guys might hear my 2 boys at some point or another.
And he's gaming. So.
Yeah, gaming world.
It's not real life. Anything he says is not what's happening in real life.
# gaming life.
His name is Jesse, so you'll get very familiar with Jesse.
Yeah. My youngest has gotten really good. I've tried to teach him to, come and put his hand on my shoulder if he needs my attention while we're doing this. But you may hear him. He likes to sing and he likes to make a lot of noise. My oldest does too sometimes. That's just part of single parent live streaming.
Bob does too. Bob does too, probably when he's like all by himself. It's probably like I can visualize him doing the whole Robin Williams thing in Mrs. Doubtfire, and when he's like in his underwear and slides across the floor type thing. I can so picture Bob doing that.
Not always, but I'm generally pretty quiet most of the time. Most of the time. But I do like to have fun. I miss riding roller coasters. Anyway.
Oh my god. No. I have a bad story about when I rode a roller coaster, and let me tell you, it was a nightmare.
We'll have to talk about that at some point.
Do you want me to shut up so you can continue?
No.
Sorry.
But I just, after we finish the timeline, you gotta tell your roller coaster story.
Okay, remind me.
Okay, so July 21st, Bryce Canyon National Park. July 26th, Mystic Hot Springs. July 30th, let's see, Canyonlands National Park, Mesa Arch, though a friend says Gabby told her they were in Salt Lake City and wanted to go over to shower. August 12th, Arches National Park, one night at Devil's Garden. August 12th, the domestic disputes at the Moonflower Co-op took place. And this is... Okay, coming down. August 13th, the last Instagram post by Brian. They are said to be in Moab, Utah still. August 17th, Brian flew home from Salt Lake City to Florida and helped move their things out of storage into his parents to cut costs while Gabby stays in the hotel at Salt Lake City. There were no flights confirmed, but this is what Brian's parents said. August 19th, beginning our van life journey is posted to Nomadic Static on YouTube. Oh my goodness, I'm losing my spot. That was August 19th. Okay, here we go. August 21st, Gabby's dad orders pizza to the hotel.
Crystal asked if that was confirmed.
About which part?
The one before the... Did you say it was confirmed that somebody ordered pizza?
Oh, no, it wasn't confirmed about, basically Brian flying out there. That was stated by his parents, but there were no flights confirmed. There were no flights confirmed for him flying out there.
I don't know how I missed that.
It's all good.
I heard something about pizza. I'm like, what?
Yeah. This timeline really breaks it down. August 23rd, Brian returns back to Salt Lake City from Florida. It also says that is not confirmed. The 24th, let's see, the couple, Gabby and Brian, check out of the Fairfield Inn in Salt Lake City to head to Teton National Forest. And then come over here. August 25th, last Instagram post on Gabby's account, Halloween posts from Ogden, Utah, where her hair and nails look recently done, possibly while Brian was out of town. That's with a question mark. The last time she FaceTimes her mom and was said to be in Grand Teton, that was the last time her voice was heard. There was a spotting near Jenny Lake in Teton National Forest. The parents believe that the sighting is accurate. August 25th and 26th, newest update. Woman confirms she saw both of them, August 25th or 26th, in her store, Rustic Row in Victor, Idaho, and tells them about the west entrance to Yellowstone. Okay. August 26th, Gabby's Instagram, possibly her or someone else, liked two of her friends' posts. There's a video where Crazy Crime Chick talks about this out on YouTube on her channel. August 27th, Gabby told friends through Snapchat she was headed to Yellowstone. Was supposed to meet friend for birthday. The text to Gabby's family from her phone. August 29th. Gabby was supposed to meet a friend in Yellowstone for her friend's birthday, but never showed. August 30th, last text message from Gabby. That's the infamous no service in Yosemite post, and that's the one that the parents have been suspicious about. September 1st, North Point PD confirms Brian returned to Florida in Gabby's van. Questionable songs uploaded on their joint Spotify account. That was something that was brought out last night in several Facebook groups and things about the Spotify account. September 10th, Gabby's mother reaches out to Brian and his mother just to be ignored. September 11th is when she was reported missing. September 13th, the first official statement from Laundrie family, which is the one that really pissed me off. The 14th, the Laundries claim to be, oh my goodness. The Laundries claim to be the last day that they saw Brian. Now, they mentioned that on Friday. They mentioned to the police on Friday that the last time that they saw him was on Tuesday. 16th, Brian's sister breaks silence and makes a statement.
But did she really break her silence? I mean, she didn't know shit.
The thing is, in my opinion, it just seems like the same kind of talk that the lawyer was talking. And up to September 17th, when Brian was reported as missing. So, that, folks, is the timeline thus far.
Okay, I'll quickly tell my story.
Go for it.
Okay, so I remember it all very clear. I was like 5. It's terrible. And I was at the P&E in Vancouver, British Columbia. And me and my cousin got on this roller coaster because, we wanted to go on the roller coaster. And we met the height requirements and shit. So we decided that's what we're going to go on. And so get on there and the roller coaster's going and everything's good. And then I start totally freaking out. And I don't know. It's like I don't feel I was strapped in or something. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. But I just know that I was holding on for dear life onto the bar, and I was kind of on the floor. I think I was on the floor. Now, don't forget, this very well could have been a kiddie roller coaster. I was 4 or 5 years old at the time. So I guess I was 5. But yeah, it could have been a kiddie one, and I was just freaking out and having a cow before that. I don't know. It also happened to be the same trip that when I went to Chuck E. Cheese, I drowned in the ball pit. Almost.
I remember you telling me about that one.
That was scary. I just was suffocated and died.
That is definitely scary.
So now I have PTSD when it comes to those plastic balls.
Yeah. I am a roller coaster lover myself. There are comments out here about BK. We're actually going to address that around the end of the show. We just wanted to cover,
Hey, are we talking about
Benny? Yes, yeah. We've chosen. Lori was talking with me about this before as to whether or not we should tag his account, and we both agreed we don't want to be in the drama. But we do want to address that.
All right. All right, so basically, guys, here's the scoop. This is what's going to happen. So tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing a show at 10 a.m. And if I don't make the 10 a.m., I'll be there at 11. It depends when I get my lazy ass up. Now, it'll be 10. Don't worry. I will. What? I'll be doing a show, yeah. And you'll hear my grumblings and bumblings about probably this whole Benny thing. Do you have the video?
Which one? Because I have 2 videos lined up.
The Benny one.
Yeah, I was going to save that for last though.
Oh, okay.
I was going to play the one. It's this next video, guys. It's going to be about 4.5 minutes long.
Ooh, buckle up.
Yeah, and that one is the video of Gabby's friend and an interview that was done with her friend. Some of you, I'm sure, have seen it, but I'm going to play this for those who haven't. So I am going to switch our scenes again. I love messing with OBS. And so we're going to mute, and we will be back after this video, guys.
Roughly 2 years ago, I got a message on Bumble for friends, and it was, you seem so cool, I want to be your friend, can we be friends? And I was like, of course. And from there we started hanging out every day, and it's kind of weird to say I met her on Bumble for friends. People always laughed at us for that, but hey, glad she came into my life.
And how was your friendship? What did you do?
Well, our favorite thing was this ice cream shop that unfortunately I just found out yesterday closed down. But that was our first go-to, and then other than that, we were pretty, just kind of chilling all the time, just hanging out and talking, and she came everywhere with me. We joked around and said she was my, what do we call her? Emotional service human, because everywhere she went, just always cheering me up,
And how soon after you first met her did you meet Brian?
It was about the second time we hung out. I went over to her house, either second or third time, and he was hanging out there, and that's when I first met him.
What was their relationship? Or what is their relationship?
Thank you. On the outside, he's very charismatic, so it seems very loving, and there's no doubt in my mind that she loves him, and I know that, and from how I've always seen it, he loves her. Of course, like any relationship, there was arguments, and she'd come stay at my house when there was arguments just to, get away from it, and I didn't ask much questions, because if she wanted to tell me, she could tell me. How
many times did she come and stay with you?
I couldn't give a number, but I mean, within the first year, I want to say at least 7 to 10 times.
Do you remember any one particular incident that she was particularly upset about?
Yeah, well, we were supposed to go line dancing. It was ladies' night, and her drive is about 30 minutes to me. And halfway there, she realized her ID was missing. And so it caused a really big argument because Brian just didn't want her to go out. And it was a jealousy issue. And it caused a huge argument between them. And she came over and cried and just talked to me about what happened and told me all that she was comfortable telling me.
Did you feel that their relationship was getting more problematic?
I do believe that their relationship, as they kept going on, was getting a little, problematic. Just seemed like there was more and more arguments, and everything she did, I feel like, he thought was wrong. And even as she said in the body cam, he didn't even support her with her blog, which that's not what a fiance or boyfriend does. They support you with anything you want to do, and that in itself, made me feel like it just continued to get worse.
Brian is not talking to the police. What's your message?
I just wish him and his family would realize how serious it is, and my friend's life is at stake, and I would really just appreciate it if he would speak up. And he saw her last. If he says something, he has more information. Even just one little thing gives us a place to start. And I just wish he'd say something. If anybody knows or sees any information or thinks they have any information, please say something. We're relying on you to say something. That's all we can do right now, is hope that people say something. I want to find my friend.
Okay, I'm going to stop the audio output so that we don't have an echo here, and take that video down. Okay, beautiful, you're good. There you are. So, from this friend, and while this was going on, I was trying to check that supposed backup Instagram. I thought I had taken a screenshot of it earlier because there was a picture up there earlier on that. I'm going to try to do that again and actually go back to the account, because there isn't a screenshot on my phone, but there was a picture there earlier, which, if anyone had heard rumors that Gabby may have been pregnant, that is where it came from. But unfortunately, I do not have...
Also, it came from the fact that he, for the last month or something on Pinterest, he was pinning a whole bunch of stuff about babies and stuff. I also heard from somebody too. I don't know if it's legit or not. No idea. But I heard somebody say something about the fact that he cheated on her. But then there was also some chatter about her cheating on him.
Okay. This did have a picture out there earlier today, and that...
No, I know it did. I saw it.
Yeah, there was a picture on this supposed backup Instagram account, of it. Literally, it was a black background, and it had like a flame emoji. It had a tent emoji, and then it had an emoji of a woman who was pregnant, and it said, "Get what you wanted," I believe is the way that the words were under it. Let me check the chat here.
So let's switch gears.
Yeah.
Let's do the Benny.
Sure thing. I would be glad to.
Okay. So
let me. I'm not gonna do the audio share. So whatever you would like to say, go for it. Beautiful. The audio is not on, so you won't have an echo.
did anybody here happen to catch the video Benny Hills? Benny Keys did earlier today, something like "What About Summer?" It was like an 8-minute video. Anyhow, the clip that I think we're going to play is the part that I kind of want to talk about, and I think Bob does as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I will let him play it, and then we'll come back.
Now, I should have asked you how long you wanted me to play through.
I'll come back and tell you.
Yeah, please do. Shoot.
Remember, though, I'm watching on YouTube, so there's 7 and 10.
Yeah, you're right.
It's fine. Just go.
Okay. All right, so let's mute again, and we'll be right back, guys.
Chrissy. Anyways, guys, what about summer? Right? Like, has anyone seen, hey, Melissa, man to be, Anyone seen how quickly they've jumped ship? They're leaving. They're leaving for summer alone. Hey, Lori. Everyone's leaving summer out in the cold right now. Gabby is number one. That's awesome. That's the power of the United States media. Okay. Do you see how many people are? A lot have gone. I want.
I just thought I just want to say
Say it
play it
until
until
after
he
he
talks
talks
about
about
the money.
I won't quit. Gabby, yes. New shiny object, and that's Gabby, right? Gabby, I'm so sorry for your family. I'm so sorry for Brian's family. But why is everyone jumped off? It's for the money, Cassie.
Okay, it's for the money, Cassie. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think that's enough that we need to see that, right?
Yep.
Okay. Bye-bye, Benny. And back to scene at number 3. There we go. Okay, ladies first. Go.
Hey, refresh. I didn't have any audio, so refresh my
Oh,
memory on.
number 1. I'm sorry to Gabby's family. Gabby is now the new shiny object. It's all about the money. Yada yada yada.
Right, the reason why we're doing it is because of the money. Well, okay, so here's my thought on this. I don't know who he was referring to or whatever the case may be. I'm sure he was referring to, like, you know, the interview room or whoever. But us, like me and Bob, we don't make anything doing this.
Right.
We come out here and talk because we like doing it. We just like
Mm-hmm.
coming out and being ourselves and, you know, establishing a relationship with the people in the chat and making it like a safe place to be, to
Mm-hmm.
talk, to do whatever, and keep that true. It's a safe place. It's whatever. So no, not everybody does it for the money. So
To answer, and I know I've missed a lot in chat, but I see Salty. Welcome, Salty. He said, "Can you fill me in on who that was?" So this guy, his channel, I did not link to it in the description because I only have 83 characters left in the description to use, and I was not going to take up that space. It's Blood Money Benny Keys. He seems to have a connection with Voices Behind the Wall, and Don Wells and the Summer Wells case. And the thing is about this is no, we've not we've not forgotten Summer. Here's Did you have anything else to say, hun? Because I'm probably gonna get a little fired up here.
oh yeah, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say that, you know, we haven't forgot about Summer. It's the fact that there is no new information on Summer. And the last few days, weeks, it's been nothing but a flippin' circus with all the shenanigans from YouTube creators, mostly from the YouTube creators, because they create way more drama than anybody.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Like, it's crazy. So,
I agree with that. Discover true crime.
I do too. I completely
Yeah,
agree.
you just let me know when it's my turn, hun. I don't want to cut you off or anything, but yeah.
You remind me like of a kid, like, you know, it's me, it's
Oh, believe me,
me.
I have something to say on this as well.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, are you sure? You don't have anything else to say?
Not right this second.
Okay. To Mr. Keys, what about Michael Vaughn, who's been missing since July 27th? He's important too. The thing is that unfortunately, the only recent developments in the Summer Wells case is all this freaking drama that's out there. Benny Keys calling the police out here on Doug over at No Thanks Investigates. I actually got it right this time. Saying that Doug from that channel was saying that he was going to kill himself. So Benny Keys called in a false well check. And then there's a letter from Don Wells to No Thanks Investigates and all of this crap. No, we haven't forgotten Summer, but we don't want to waste our time with all of the freaking drama, because that's all that there is out there. Don Wells takes a crap during stream. No, we've not forgotten about that little girl. What we want to forget is all this crap that is going on. But just because we are talking about other cases on our channels, not just this channel, but others, it doesn't mean that we forgot Summer, because we have hearts. We aren't out there vindictively trying to mess with people's lives, and put out community posts dragging other people through the mud because they are deciding to go different directions and all of this crap. No, we have not forgotten about that precious little girl. Not at all. She's in our thoughts and prayers on a daily basis. But just because we aren't out here talking about her, because there isn't anything new except for all of that freaking drama, and we're not going to waste our time with it. It's a bunch of bullcrap. If you care about Summer, I don't know Benny Keys' heart, but his actions show that he is a very vindictive and conniving person, and that's from what I see. That's what is characteristic of someone who will make fraudulent well check calls. And just to be fair, No Thanks Investigates. I don't think he's a bad guy, but I know it's like when somebody's trolling you, there's an innate desire to defend yourself. It happened to me yesterday when somebody came out here and said, if you guys don't have any experience in law, why are you out here talking about this? Okay. You ever talk to your friends about cars? I was telling Lori this evening. You ever talk to your friends about cars? Do you know anything about cars? No, but you know the color, you know the make, the model, the things that are there. Just like with these cases, we see the news. We try to report on what the news is saying, and what is discussed out there. We make sure to distinguish facts from media reports, allegations, speculations, and opinions, because we aren't going to come out here and convey something that is a speculation or something that is not confirmed as a fact. And we want to make sure that we are as accurate as we can be for our viewers. No, neither of us have experience in law. The only law experience that I've had is a clean criminal record and a business law class. And I enjoyed the business law class. I learned a heck of a lot. We learned some other things besides business law in that class. But no, I'm not an expert there. But we watch the news. We read articles. We look into things. We try our best to provide accurate information. And we're not going to waste our time with the freaking drama. Because how is that?
Dow Cow says Gabby was abusive.
They both could have been toward one another. When a relationship becomes more toxic, I mean, the friend in the video who we saw had mentioned the situation with Brian. They both got into fights. From the report, it seems like they were both pushing each other. So, without having been in that van the whole time, we don't know.
I just don't understand why he would hitchhike to get to a place that was how far away from where she could have been, to have to backtrack to get the van, do whatever with her, and then drive how many flipping days to get back to Florida.
It's crazy.
What do you mean you're gaslighting? What the hell, Dow Cow?
Who's gaslighting?
Dow Cow says you are.
Well, definitely don't intend to be doing that, because I've been on the receiving end of plenty of that over the years. But could you please tell me how? Because I would definitely like to know. It's hard to say. I definitely would love to see an explanation on that because I have definitely been on the receiving end of a great deal of gaslighting over the years, and it sucks.
Welcome, Laughing Hawk. They say, I don't know if it's a boy or girl, but they say, sticking with the facts is imperative. Most of the YouTube channels are glued to making money off conjecture and really messed up accusations with no factual base.
Exactly. Exactly. Um, like, for instance, conjecture. I'm going to go over into our other scene here, and I'm going to bring up. You don't have to worry about mutant, hun. But I am going to bring up the. Um, I need to find that image now. I think it's up here. Okay, so on that Instagram backup account, besides that picture that we were talking about, there's this picture here. It's a picture of inside of the van, and it says "I will miss you." There's text kind of down toward the bottom right hand corner of the screen, and that was on the story of this supposed backup account. But the thing is, we don't know if it's legit. The photo that was on there earlier today, it disappeared and is no longer there. So we don't know what the case is there. But the thing is, though, is if we don't know, we're not going to try to convey it as fact. You don't do that. You just, you know, we can kind of consolidate the media reports and essentially just learn those things and report on them and do our best to keep facts and distinguish between facts and between facts and allegations, opinions, and so on and so forth. The person that said evidently that I was gaslighting, unless I misunderstood. I mean, if they were referring to Benny, I can give the benefit of the doubt, but I've done that too many times in my life, and it's definitely gotten me hurt. It's Dallcow 81, DALLCOW 81. Let's see.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good one, Laughing Hawk.
Uh-oh.
Sadistic Biscuit said that picture has been confirmed as fake.
That's what I was...
It's the real picture from his actual account, but it was posted months ago.
Thank you for...
The fake account reposted it.
Thank you for confirming that. I personally thought when I saw that supposed backup account, like I said, there was a picture on there earlier today that had three emojis. It had a fire, it had a tent, and then it had an emoji of a pregnant woman, and it said always get what you want, or something to that effect, which that picture has disappeared. But when I saw it at about, I don't know, I think it was like 4 or 5 p.m., it said it had been posted out there. And thank you for that, Laughing Hawk. Definitely appreciate the sub. That definitely, it really means a lot to us. And thank you for confirming that, Sadistic Biscuit. Sorry, I have to get really close to my screen. Again.
Is that the Sadistic Biscuit? I'll just call you Biscuit if that's okay. Is that the one Bob had? Or I don't know if you were here when Bob pulled that up, but
yeah, because the comment...
Was it that one, or was it... Because I don't know how many there are. I'm sure there's more than one.
I don't know, but it's really easy for somebody to create an account and add an extra underscore at the end of it, though, because that's all that it was. It was Brian's original username with an extra underscore at the end of it. And when I saw that, when I saw that one with the emojis, I thought, okay, this has got to be fake. It looked like a newly created account. Somebody, and that's the thing, we've seen it on Twitter and in other places. I mean, how many of you heard? Now, Jay for Justice had come on and mentioned that she heard on the scanner today that they had found, what was it, Beautiful? They found a body.
That a body was found, yeah, and it was due to suicide.
Right, and she had heard it come across the scanner. I was listening to the scanner yesterday, and I had OBS on, and I was recording it because you just don't know. Like something could come out there, and then if you didn't hear it or you don't have it recorded. I mean, I was telling Lori earlier today. It's like nowadays you've got to record practically everything because one thing that I will say is gaslighting is becoming more and more prevalent. And for anybody who doesn't know who gaslighting is, which I'm sure everybody out here does, but for those who don't, it's essentially where you try to essentially drive somebody crazy by altering what they know is their reality. For instance, if you're in an argument with somebody and they make a pattern of doing this, they say, well, you said this or you said that. Or, they say that you were at a certain place or doing something at a certain time that you weren't, but they continue to be insistent, and you start to wonder, and it starts to make you crazy. And one thing that I learned when I was in my past relationship was when somebody's gaslighting you, one question that you ask them, and it will throw them off, and they'll try to make you be the bad person again, but you ask them, I don't remember that. Can you give me a specific date and time and specifically what I said? Because sometimes they'll give you this vague thing, well, I can't remember when it was, but you did this. But when you ask for specifics, they do not like being asked about specifics.
Yes, I did read that, you guys, that it was confirmed to be a fake whatever, but it did, apparently they heard it on the scanner. So
my thing is, though, is that...
And I heard that a couple different places, not just from there, but I heard it from like a lot of places on Twitter and everything.
And that's the hard thing, is unless there's like an actual recording, like I said today about that picture that was out there. I thought I screenshotted it. It's gone. It is not there. I wanted to get the screenshot and share it out here for everybody to see, but it's gone. And so, all that you have is my word, and my word without supporting documents is hearsay. And in the case with the scanner, no disrespect to Jay for Justice, but and the others, but their word without a recording of the scanner to back it up, unfortunately, it's hearsay. And that makes it really... that makes it, you literally have to record everything. Salty says, on the same scanner was, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, was a code for a prison break. Fake news will spread rapidly, especially in a high profile case. Yeah. That is for darn sure. Let's learn that. The one thing, this is Laughing Hawk says, the one thing that is constant is that we will never know 100% what is going on. Law enforcement will never give the public all the info they have for specific purposes. And I agree with that, because the more information that's out there, if somebody who is a person of interest, for instance, hears word of this information, being that they're a person of interest, they could try to get the heck out of there. So the withholding of some information is totally understandable. Salty says, I was watching what it was going on. Crystal says, I just do not think if FBI was helping to search that they would put anything about the search on the scanner. Yeah, I would think the same thing.
I said that to you too.
Yep, they have secret frequencies for that stuff. Exactly.
Unless it was said, yes, and then maybe they didn't mean for it to come, because sometimes that happens here where they say things on the wrong line or whatever. But, the fact that they basically packed up and, were done for the night obviously indicates that if there was a body there, they were very, very fast on processing everything and getting it moving.
Speak Life.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome to the channel. Appreciate you coming out. Had asked what was the screenshot you lost. So out on this supposed backup Instagram account that was for Brian Laundrie, there was a photo post out there, just one, and it was a picture with a dark background, and there were 3 emojis on it. There was a campfire emoji, there was a tent emoji, and there was an emoji of a pregnant woman, and it said something to the effect of "Get what you want." I thought I had taken a screenshot of it, but I don't. I guess I didn't. Let me look through here one more time. But like I said, since I don't have that screenshot, it's just my word. And that's the thing with media and stuff out there these days. Things can disappear. Um, yeah, I don't.
I think something like that. Yes, Salty. It was very close to that. It was like body found, something about suicide.
Yeah. Now, then there was. Let's see.
Did she take it down?
Did she what?
Did she take it down?
Let me. Yeah, it's private. It's private. Yeah, I went and checked the link before coming out here, and it's private now.
On James for Justice.
Yes. Go to our Facebook Messenger conversation, hun, because you would send the link to me there. That's the best way to get directly to it because you won't find it otherwise. But go back in our Facebook Messenger conversation to earlier today, and I'm trying to find the time frame here on my phone. Let's see. Looking. Okay. Yeah. So basically, the title for the video was "Scanner Body Found in Search Area for," and then hashtag Brian Laundrie. You sent it to me this evening this afternoon at 2:06 p.m. And if I go into that on my phone, it now says this video is private. So it's
Yeah. Okay, so I was sort of right, not really, but that was pretty good for not having a very good memory. It really was. Oh, it's okay. Discover true crime. I've got to come up with a nickname for you.
Let's see.
Like we call Salty, and Biscuit.
Well, we appreciate you coming out, Discover True Crime, and again, just feel free to email us. The email address, I'm going to go back and double check it in the comments to the video where we had responded and make sure that I typed it in right, but I'll keep an eye on the inbox out there.
So my thing is this: I don't think that law enforcement have seen Brian at all, except for the time he was stopped, and the other time they were stopped for that altercation.
I don't.
But since he's been back to California, since he's been back to Florida, I honestly don't believe they've had contact with him. It's all been through the lawyer or now his parents. Yeah. And I think I mentioned it on the morning show about the fact that it's kind of funny how all of a sudden now the parents need help. And, everybody's supposed to care and be like, oh my God, where is he? Let's find him. And if people are like that, I mean, of course, there's, people are people care about people. But, I mean, if he's innocent, I don't want nothing bad happening to him. But if he is guilty, it is what it is. But why do we got to bend over backwards for him when he didn't give a shit about Gabby? Like, and he didn't. He still hasn't said. And I hope he said something to his parents, because if he does something to himself or he ends up dead or something, we would never find Gabby.
Exactly. And it's hard to tell what went on between Brian and his parents. I don't know. I just.
Did he have like spoiled rich kid syndrome or something?
I don't know because then there was that statement that they were moving things out of the storage to save money. So I don't know what to think.
Well, and they didn't have money to stay that night at a hotel because that's what they said. They had no money.
Let's see.
That's why somebody else had to take care of that. And
Sadistic Biscuit said they didn't know she was missing until the 11th. Also, Brian was home on the 1st. That's 10 days. Crystal says, I heard it was before that, but could be wrong. Well, there was that time that Brian, flew back there supposedly, and he was back there in Florida from the 17th to the 23rd. Now, I didn't read anything, and I'm not saying it isn't out there. I just didn't see it, but I didn't see anything about Brian's dad confronting Brian at his home. Sadistic Biscuit, do you happen to have a link to an article for that so I can check that out? Because that'll help to fill in some gaps too, and I probably missed that somewhere. Um, oh yeah, and then Crystal says that he offered $200 for a ride.
Wait, was that actually confirmed to be him? It was confirmed that the person that said it was legit, but was that actually confirmed to be him, or has it been said yet?
Yeah, laughing Hawk. That's it right there. We all know he knows something. What that something is the part we don't know. We don't know if he killed her, but we do know he left her behind. Exactly. Let's see. Sadistic Biscuit says it's rumored he has adult onset schizophrenia. Yeah, the friend talking about him hearing voices and things, that is one symptom of schizophrenia as well. Gabby told her friends about his fits of rage, confusion, and hearing voices, which are all signs of that. Not that I'm one to diagnose or anything like that. They are certified to do so. Right, but I am talking about when he hired the attorney. Um, let's see. Gabby's best friend claims Gabby told her, yes, on camera, that he was hearing voices, and she had been physical with him before.
I also heard too that from the same friend there, that blonde chick, that she stayed here like 9 or 10 times at her place because of getting into a fight, argument, whatever you want to call it, with
Mm-hmm.
Brian, and that she needed to get away. Well, I would think, okay, come on, if this was happening. What do you mean, Job 49? Why would they take Gabby to jail?
Oh, because of the cam footage, the
Okay,
body
but
cam footage.
did you not pay attention to how the cop asked her the question?
Yeah, it.
It was like he was pushing her to say the right answer so that they didn't probably have a ton of paperwork to do. And whatever, because it didn't seem like they were really taking her side, because they were kind of snotty to her. But, well, that cop that first got there, he was all buddy-buddy with Brian all the way to the hotel.
Yeah, I know it's just a big crazy mess. But the the signs that you had mentioned, Sadistic Biscuit and others, it definitely does sound like he could potentially have schizophrenia. I mean, again, I'm not one who's certified to diagnose or anything like that, but those are definitely symptoms. I just hope that Brian is found and that Gabby is found. I don't wish ill on anybody. It's a messed up situation. There are so many unknowns. We're going to continue to keep watching it. I mean, we're watching out for any developments on Summer's case as well, and on Michael
I
Vaughn's
agree
case.
too, Crystal.
Let's see, would she? Brian was jittery. Well, the thing that I was wondering about with Brian, okay, he had told the officer that he didn't drink, but all of these reports were stating that he was in these different bars. Now, there's no, it doesn't necessarily mean that he was in there drinking, but that's generally what an individual goes to a bar for, right?
Do you guys really think she's dead?
I sure hope not.
I'm curious to see. Oh, Wildfox says, "Love you. Be good. I have to go. My dog has a potty date."
Well, thank you, Wild Fox, and we really appreciate you being out here, and thanks for the love, and definitely some love right back at you. Yeah, the whole thing is terrible. I totally agree with you, Job for 9.
Me too. All right, so I'm going to say it again. The last time I'm saying it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And we thank everybody who has subscribed. Welcome to our our channel network, whatever it's called.
Ion Entertainment Network.
That's what it's called. Yes.
Got it. Beautiful.
Also, don't forget to like this video. I have a tickle in my throat, and I don't know what's happening there, but
Aw.
it's there. Don't forget, tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. I will be there. But I have my show. Sorry, I said I had a tickle, and it's really causing me a hard time to speak right now, apparently. Okay, so tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., try to get this out fast. Tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., I have a show. I don't know the name of the show. I don't know nothing about the show, other than I somehow seemed to make it on there today at 10 a.m. and was able to babble about whatever for, a few, 30 minutes or so. So if you want to see me in the morning, I'll be on at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was an accident. That could have been too, but I don't know.
There's so many unknowns. Did you see that? Did you see Sadistic Biscuits comment about the girl who reported here, I'll read it. He said Sadistic Biscuit said we don't know if any of these statements are true. Like the hitchhiking story, apparently the girl did this with other cases. I mean, that's a way to get TikTok views up, right? If that's the
Well, then
case.
there's that theory. There's that theory too. Is this all for attention?
Right. And then Laughing Hawk says, well, I'm having trouble here, but it's okay to speculate as long as it's within reason and you don't claim it as fact. I hope you guys do well with your channel. We really appreciate that. And the speculation, definitely.
Was that wasn't the one we played, right?
What's that?
Sadistic Biscuits
Oh,
said.
let me see here. It's a high-profile case. People want clout. Another girl was claiming to be Gabby's best friend and was saying all kinds of bad things about Brian. Really turned out to be fake. I wonder if that's the one that we played, and if that's the case, then we're going to have to make sure that we make sure that we correct that.
Did they show her with this, like Gabby and this friend together?
I couldn't tell what was going on in the video, unfortunately, hun, but I'm going to have to play the blind card on that one. Let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, like I said, I do have to play the blind card.
Fun fact, if anybody cares, I'm just going to throw it out there. So this channel used to be more or less geared toward the blind people. It was a big thing for like a year and a half.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's how it started. It started with how to, I don't know, I guess bring awareness to blindness and stuff like that. It was interesting.
Yep, and you mind if I elaborate a little bit there?
Mm-hmm.
At that time, for a big part of that, Lori was in a relationship with someone else. You could see that in earlier videos, but then as time went on, the channel's definitely been through some ups and downs. Lori had wanted to do true crime content for a long time, even before she met me. And we're a long distance couple. We're hoping to meet in December. I'm trying to sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace to make that happen because I myself am blind and receive SSI, and basically, I'm hoping to make that happen. And we decided to change the channel in a way for a new beginning. I mean, would that be the right thing to say? There's just a new start, and just creating content together. It's like we had a different logo. I had started messing around with graphics software back during the summer, and I mean, I literally have to have stuff like touching my eye in order to see it. So when it comes to computers, I have very strong magnification on. And I started really realizing that I love working with graphics, and like the intro for the show as well. I, I was messing around, and I was like, I was talking with Lori about it, about ideas, and I mean, literally, if you watch the intro to one of these shows, I tried to give the sense that you're like walking through a hallway, and then all of a sudden these news clips from cases that were mysteries kind of pop out on the screen. But all it is the zoom level increasing on colored rectangles and stuff like that. And I've just been figuring all this crap out and just really like realizing I absolutely love this stuff. I appreciate that, Crystal.
We try.
Yeah, definitely.
We definitely do try. Some days are rockier than others, but it's hard, right? Because we're so far apart from each other.
I want to read
Okay, agree to what I said then.
I agree. we work well together, and we have a lot of fun together. And we're learning about each other as we grow, and we're just we want to build something together, and it takes time, and she has to put up with me, and both of us have had some rocky pasts, being treated badly at the hands of other people. She's definitely dealt with a lot more abuse than I have. I've just been through my share of mental emotional abuse that been through therapy. I'm going through therapy for, but I love doing these things with her, and I love getting to be able to be creative and play tricks of illusion in the video editing. And it's kind of funny because a blind guy's making these illusions for sighted people. I mean, I'm not totally blind. I have like 20 over 1,000 in my right eye that's usable. So it's, but anyway.
I do pay attention. Crystal, I do pay attention to those cases, and I actually want to get him into the Casey Anthony one because he'll be blown away by that one.
Yeah.
And the Natalie Holloway. But yeah, no, actually, since the Casey Anthony, that's how far back it goes that I really wanted to get into true crime stuff, was from Casey Anthony, and that was way back when, in like 2005 or 6 or something. I've always been interested. I'd watch like the first 5 or 48 or whatever, and then unsolved mysteries, all that kind of stuff. I would just anything to do with that. I'm totally obsessed with how serial killers think.
No, you're good. Michelle Macklin, and thank you for coming out to the channel as well. Says the problem with speculation is that, as with the Summer Wells case, after a week of speculations, no one knew where the truth ended and speculations began. That's how TBI got over 1,700 tips. Yeah, I agree. And that's the thing, out here, if we don't have documentation as to whether, as to the validity of something, we're going to state that it's speculation or allegation. We want to make sure that the facts are distinguished from the other stuff. Period.
Oh, yes, definitely. Crystal Haley reminds me totally of the Wells case. Sorry.
No, you're good, hon. You're good.
I mean, we can do that too on this channel. Like, when it's slow with news for the active cases and the current cases that are happening, we could always discuss past cases and analyze them, because I'm sure you guys all have thoughts if you've seen those cases, like the Casey Anthony or anything like that, and whatever, right? And everybody can kind of chat about it and see what their theories are.
Um,
Something interesting.
Sorry about that, hon.
Because, I mean, Casey Anthony was probably one of the most hated women in the United States, I'm sure, and probably still is.
Welcome to the channel, Ellen. We appreciate you coming out here. And it looks like Sadistic Biscuit answered the question. Yeah, Brian went to a hotel. Gabby went to the van. We don't know where she stayed with the van. That's another good question. I don't have a clue on that one.
Oh, the Menendez brothers, yeah. I just watched, actually, just to refresh my mind, because I have to do that. But, I got theories on them boys. Oh, do I ever. It's a really shitty situation for those boys. I don't know what kind of side you take on them, but I definitely feel that, yeah, that's a complex one. Very much so. And that's what happens when you have secrets, I suppose. You end up with the problem that the Menendez brothers have. But yeah, like everybody like that. So I mean, like we can do that too if you guys want to watch that stuff. I mean, you have to let us know what you want to watch and what you want us to talk about and what interests you guys, so that we can kind of build whatever kind of queue.
Yep. And if you ever want to reach out to us, outside of the comments section, I'm going to put the email address in there. Here
Do you
next.
believe that their parents actually, well, do you believe the father did what they claimed? Which is why they did what they did? I assume from that comment, yes. Wait, no, you don't believe that. You do believe it. No, you do. You do. Yeah.
And the thing is, guys, it's okay to have different opinions out here because, we don't want trolling going on, and we certainly don't want to be trolls. But that's the thing is we tend to be very laid back. We've both been hurt by a lot of people. The last thing we want to do is cause anybody hurt. But we can discuss opinions out here because even if we have disagreements on things, I can guarantee you that no matter what walk of life any of us is in, there are more things that we agree on than the things that we disagree on. And it's okay to
They,
go ahead.
they do have the van now. And I think they said that there was a lot of material, or no, something like that, that are items or something that they have to go through.
Laughing Hawk, I was going to say as well, you had mentioned about vision. Um, if you're able to grab that email address, reach out to me because if you aren't using assistive technologies to help with things, I could probably help you out with that because there are ways, especially if you're reading articles, if you're not familiar with them, there's an assistive technology known as a screen reader that uses synthesized speech to narrate the contents of the screen, and you can actually swipe through on your phone, and it's a better experience with headset on, but you can sit back and listen to the article. Some of the voices can be robotic, but once you get used to it, um, it'll be less eye strain. And it helps out a lot. I'm kicking myself for not using screen readers back when I was in college the first time around. I originally earned a degree in computer information systems in 2011, and that's when I got smacked in the face about the way that the real world is and how the blind community has like a 70 to 80% unemployment rate, and we're looked at as a liability to employers and all of that stuff. So, long story for a different show. But
Okay, so if we were to talk about, like, have a case that we all enjoy, that we would talk about, say, and of course we could fill Bob in here as we go, but what would you want? You have to all agree on it now.
It's too bad we don't have a community tab and we could put a poll up, or we could put a poll up on Twitter.
Yeah, but not everybody's following us on Twitter.
Very true. Well, here, let me see if I can get.
Why can't you put it in the comments below this after it's done?
I could put it in the comments. I mean, it won't be an actual. Okay, I have an idea. but we would have to have some cases, and I have a way that we could set that up in the comments without having to go through Twitter or anything else.
What in the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. I thought we were talking about that there were going to be different cases, and we would take a poll.
Yeah. We'll have like top 3 or something and whatever. But once we end the stream, we can do that down below.
I can do it right now.
What? Can you access the comments down
Hmm?
there? I can't.
No, watch this. I'm just going to open up another tab over here in Chrome,
Oh,
and
jeez.
then we'll go to the YouTube channel.
Well, I didn't think you were going to cheat.
No, there's no cheating.
Krista says Menendez brothers first.
Okay, so
That's a good one. Yes.
oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Do we all agree? Well, we could put it down in the comments in this ends, and
Here. Let me
say what it is in the comments after the stream.
come down here. Where's it at? Where's it at?
Whatever has the most said will be the topic of choice. And we'll also put ours in there too. Bob probably hasn't got a clue who the hell Menendez brothers are, but
she's pretty much correct on that. But that's okay, because it'll give me some some learning experience, and I'm always loving to learn. So what? Oh, maybe I can't put it in the comments right now? Okay.
Yeah, wait. I think you gotta wait.
Perhaps. Alright, I'll put it in the comments later.
Well, had you listened to me the first time,
I know.
But it probably saved like a lot of time there.
I'm making this statement and not toward men in general, but it has been shown to be a pretty common masculine trait as far as the listening thing, and I really do.
I am actually gonna check that out tonight, Laughing Hawk, because I did see Somain allegedly talking about Jelani Day, and you're right. I mean, everybody. I wish everybody could get the equal amount of, spotlight to talk about their problems and have people care and have people look and have people do this and that. And I mean, we'll probably have. We'll talk about probably that one as well. I was looking into it, like I said earlier, but I couldn't find what the main story was, like of what happened. Like I just found a lot of what's been happening since it happened, so I don't really know what happened.
Yeah, I can check that out too. Oh, that was a good question. Does the van have GPS? That's a good.
I'm sure they would have
you would think
looked at that. Well, they have access to their phones now, right? But they don't have access to real-time locations or anything like that. So they can still get, I assume, location like where they are, but it's not to the minute or something. Because they don't physically have the phones. They only have access to the phones, which I'm not sure how the hell that works, but
I am not sure either. I don't know if Salty's still in here, but Salty had mentioned about the No Trails app, and had mentioned that Gabby's location on the All Trails app, if you look her up, basically what you have to do is you have to download the All Trails app on your mobile device. You go to the profile tab, and I think you can go to the following tab there, and you can search up Gabby Petito, and on that app, it says that she's in Puerto Rico, and it says that Brian is in Northport, Florida. Let's see. Yeah, Michelle says, did you see that one already, hon?
yes, and I mean, I completely agree, totally agree with you, Michelle.
Well, what is it? Orson and Orrin West, that went missing from California. Had a. You know about this, hon? So, I live in Central Valley, California. I'll live in Modesto, California. that's all I'm going to say as far as that, because this is specific, because people could find it. Last night, after we had gotten off of the show, I was talking with my oldest son, and all of a sudden our phones went off. And my oldest son was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "That's probably an Amber Alert." And so I opened it, and the CHP had issued an Amber Alert. There was a man who, he was the father. He took off with two kids who were 9 and 5 years old, down in the Riverside, California area, and was last spotted in Modesto. Now there's this group here. They have a Facebook page called Central Valley TV, which is all one word. And they started that page, I believe, because the local newspaper was always reporting on Associated Press and never anything local. And these people, they literally will listen to the police scanners, and they heard on the police scanner that the car that was described in the Amber Alert was located at a place that was close to where my boys and I used to live. And so they were out there, and it does appear that they arrested the suspect, but it said that the people in the car, it wasn't just the kids. There was a female in the car as well. And, you know, the thing is there's a lot of stuff going on around us. And the only way that it's going to be known about is if it's talked about. And so what you said there, Michelle, I think that's another thing that we definitely should talk about out here. And
I agree.
get those names out there, because people watch from all over the place. And if they're not, you know, if they're not hearing about it, how are they going to know to look? And if nobody else is covering it, and it doesn't, you know, unlike Mr. Key's statement, you know, about people out there for money, and, you know, I mean, anybody who's on YouTube, like we've said before, if they put a video out in public, they're wanting it to be seen, okay? But that doesn't mean that people don't care. And talking about other cases doesn't mean that people don't care. We just choose to stay out of the freaking drama.
But that doesn't mean, you know, we're not going to say what we
Yeah.
feel.
Oh, yeah. Exactly. But we'll do it in as formal of a way as possible. But we're not going to put ourselves into it, if that makes any sense. Anyway,
I got to figure out that story for that Jaleel or
Jelani Day.
Jelani.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I'm getting tired.
No, it's like getting close to 10 p.m. Pacific over here. So,
and I'll see. Okay, and then the Menendez brothers. We will get to on a day that we aren't talking about these other ones, but maybe tomorrow night or something, part of the show, whatever we can come up with, we'll talk about that Jelani.
Yeah, Crystal says it's Benny and the shares that are making money. Yeah, it's true.
Exactly.
It's true.
Yes, totally.
And they will put names in. I mean, one of the videos on Benny Key's channel that came up on my feed, it said Don Wells disturbing, and all it was just totally bashing on No Thanks Investigates. There was nothing to do with Don Wells in that video. And it's like, you know what? I'm tired of wasting my time with this. It's not helping things to be productive. It's absolutely counterproductive, and it's really unprofessional. And in my humble opinion, for what it's worth, it takes credibility away from people who act that way.
Oh, I completely agree. Oh, thank you for that, Laughing Hawk.
What was that?
Laughing Hawk said you guys are doing a great job with sticking to facts. I'm very glad to share your link.
Thank you very much. That really means a lot to us. Big time. Ellen says, does anyone know anything about his background or his parents? Who are they? This is just a rumor. I haven't gone out to try to verify it yet. But there are evidently rumors circulating around, and I want to emphasize rumor because, again, we want to make sure to keep things straight. There are rumors that a familial connection to the Laundrie family works with the local PD. Now, I don't know if that's true. I still have to look into that. My internet sleuthing skills, I'm like at level 1, so maybe I don't know, but
I'll be right back.
okay. Nothing wrong with having speculations, theories. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that because there are so many angles, and when you start to, I mean, when it comes to, for instance, putting together a document or writing a novel or anything, it all starts with brainstorming, and brainstorming is a total, mesh of different ideas and things, and it can kind of help to weed things out, I suppose. Let's see. Michelle says at this point, we really don't know if a crime has been. No, we don't. The behavior is suspicious, but just like the protesters last night, Brian was exercising his right as well as they, and so long as it was a peaceful protest, which they were warned to keep it down at the later hours. They were exercising their rights, being that he was a person of interest. He's allowed to travel freely. And all of those things, he's not a suspect until there is some evidence that proves otherwise. Even though he was the last person seen with her and his behavior is suspicious, there isn't a direct connection. Crystal says his parents, I think, owned a vending machine company in New York, but I am not really understanding his position. Crystal says, I looked the dad, Christopher. They are from Queens. Laughing Hawk, I am not sure if this is real, but I read his parents have very high society links to Florida and New York, but pretend that it is just a rumor. Colleen Kennedy, and welcome, Colleen. Hope that you're having a good Saturday night. He is the one and only suspect in the disappearance of Gabby Petito. The unfortunate part is that, his behavior, I'm thinking along the same lines, but according to the legal policies, which are very frustrating from what I do understand of them, it makes things so difficult. Let's see. Crystal says, I looked at Ancestry, then LinkedIn. His dad showed up for a license for vending in New York. Ellen says, what about legends or stories in that area? Was there a post early in the beginning of Brian, saying something like, I don't know what I've seen? I'm not sure on that one. Ellen. Let's see. I gotta see how to add your comment in here. Laughing Hawk. I'm not familiar with this. Let's see what we can do here, because it says that I have to it says your comment has to be approved. Oh, there it is. Okay, show. There we are. And Laughing Hawk, welcome back, beautiful. Let's see. Laughing Hawk says I'm pretty blunt. Those protesters last night were. I'll have to bleep those words just in case my kids are around. but let the cops do their jobs without having to supply unnecessary protection over a lynch mob. If it's peaceful, which it was at night, and it they were making a lot of noise. I can definitely see where you're coming from on that. see, Michelle says once they got out of their yard, they were exercising their rights to a peaceful protest. As much as it sucks, Brian is a free man, and they have no right to be all the way up beside their home. Yeah, that it's private property. It's their home. Ellen says, anything else said about the man that hit her with the stick? Now, I don't know about that one either.
Yeah, you do.
The stick?
Yeah, they were hiking or something, and somebody hit her with a stick or something because he'd fallen down. And...
Oh, no, I haven't heard anything further on that either.
Yeah, no, I haven't either.
It's a bunch of craziness, but we are going to
Oh, I completely agree.
we're going to keep our eyes on all of this. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, hon.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
No, you ladies, you go ahead. You go ahead.
See, the thing is that we always cut each other off too.
Yeah, we do. And then we argue about letting the other one go. Go ahead, beautiful.
Oh, no, it's okay, Laughing Hawk. He was just saying that, he might have kids behind him.
Yeah, no, it was nothing at all. I have some younger kids here. No, don't be sorry. You exercise your freedom of speech out here. It's just if I don't read it verbatim, just don't take it personally at all. But I have kids who are not teenagers yet, and I don't. It's just me. You can ask Lori. When you hear me say that something pisses me off, that's rare. I don't generally cuss. It's just the way that I am. If I'm
he is a good cusser.
If I'm cussing, what was that?
You're not a cusser.
If I'm cussing, something's wrong. So yeah, don't. You're good. You say whatever you like. Here in the chat, you are A-okay. I mean anything you like within reason, but I'm sure you know that. You are totally fine. Nothing to apologize for. Not at all. Crystal says Casey Anthony was much worse. Why don't they do this? I was asking Lori the same thing. Why don't they do this at the wells? I think the protesting and things. I've been wondering that the whole time too.
Well, probably because the wells have so much damn property.
Yeah, but if they're on a public road outside of that property.
Yeah, but it's like way, way down from where the road is. The road is way down from where the house is. You can't even see the house from where the road is.
Yeah, but you know what that means, right? They could probably make a lot of noise without disturbing the peace.
Probably, yeah, but
I don't know.
Oh yeah, like I said, Laughing Hog, I'm a swearer. I cuss all the time.
Yeah, it's all good, Laughing Hog. There is nothing to apologize for.
And you'll hear my son say it as well. He'll cuss every now and again. He's screaming right now because he's playing a racing game, and he has his music blaring in his head. He's going to be deaf before he's 30, I swear. This is what he does, like at 4 in the morning.
I like to play video games too, even though I'm not the greatest at them. You can see a few of our videos of us playing some games together earlier back in a couple months ago here on the channel. I used to play some I think it's 7 Days to Die, which is a post-apocalyptic zombie survival game. We don't have separate channels for everything. I know some people do that, but so long. It's I think that's one of the reasons why we put network in the thing, because networks put a bunch of different content out there. But right now we just are, I'm really proud of Lori because she's been wanting to get into true crime for a long time, and I'm enjoying it. I mean, I still don't know how to say that without it being morbid. I enjoy doing the research and talking about the cases and getting the names out there of people who are missing and all of these things. And I really love being able to do this with her and getting to interact with everybody out here too. And um, let's see, people should be protesting at their police station. Um, I've often thought they had connections that helped them. My son plays VR, knocks stuff over all day and screams. There we go. There we go. He thinks he is a voice actor, so he screams in his room. My oldest, he got me into watching this anime show called My Hero Academia. That show brought me to tears. I was telling my son one day, I said, there are a lot of life lessons you can learn in that show, and he's like, Daddy, it's just an anime, and I was like, when you get older, you'll see what I'm talking about. But he'll do voice impressions of one of the characters in that show, and he'll be playing Fortnite or something, and I can hear him in his room just doing his. So I get it.
And I get to listen to the vocal stylings of my son all the darn time.
Laughing Hawk says 7 Days to Die was a game I played until I got too scared to play by myself. Oh my gosh. There's some games that Lori and I have played together out there. We've played together while talking over my Team Talk server that I have on my computer, and we were still freaked out. Like,
Oh, no shit. This is okay, legit story right here is that fact that we were playing, what the hell was it, Pacify?
Evil
No,
Inside, Evil Inside.
Evil Inside. That's what it was.
Oh
So
my
we're playing that.
gosh.
And that legit caused massive anxiety in me.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't even play the game for weeks after. I was just traumatized.
Yep.
We were gonna do reaction videos to it, and we still haven't got to that because I was just like, dude, no.
Crystal says My Hero Academia, and my son also loves that show. Very big into anime. My son is 20, but a heart transplant patient. And falls behind. He thinks he is still a teen. Well, you just tell him, I'm 37, and I really love My Hero Academia.
Wait, how old are you?
37.
Oh,
I just turned.
we never discussed the age. No, I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Here, there we go. Laughing Hawk said, I'm that dumbass that gets weirded out over some games, but it's due to bad dreams that are related. I can understand. My home was dysfunctional, to say the least, growing up, but we were introduced to things like Stephen King's It, Pet Sematary, Night of the Living Dead, and things like that when I was like 5 years old. Playing 7 Days to Die. I mean, you can ask Lori. I would wait for her to go into a house, together, because whenever I would hear those zombies, I'd start freaking out. Like, it would literally give me an anxiety attack. So,
It legit happens, and I don't know why, but damn, some of those games are pretty bad, like scary.
That's what they're made
and
to be.
Actually, we actually had a few good screams too from Pacify.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, Pacify. That game definitely got us too. Oh, Crystal says that her son is into crime too. She's going to send. I really appreciate that. Going to send him a link to the channel. Yeah. Be sure to tell him I'm 37 and I watch My Hero Academia. I watch Inuyasha, Full Metal Alchemist, and things. I connect with a lot of that stuff. There are some deep things in those shows, and I tend to be on the more empathic side. And I mean, like My Hero Academia, and there's I think it's episode 76 where where Deku Deku saves this little girl who was seriously being abused, and a long story, but I watched that and the music and the way that they set that up. I just started bawling. I just started bawling. I mean, it gets me choked up even thinking about it. And it's a cartoon, but you know, I just really get emotionally into stuff. So
Oh,
you know, I'm just an emotional person. I'm not afraid to admit it. I mean, I don't know what show it was on, but I started crying, and you'll probably see that too. I mean, but that's okay. I've taught my boys, and there's nothing wrong with a man crying. It takes a strong person to shed tears. Um, Crystal says he is going to love you guys, and yes, he is a big gamer. Um, Kingdom Hearts, yes, I love Kingdom Hearts. I actually have all of those games for the PS4. Um, love that game. The Final Fantasy series was another big favorite of mine too. Final Fantasy VII Remake. I played that with my youngest son. He would sit with me out here in the living room, and we would play that together. We need to start doing that again.
oh, Zelda. Yeah.
Zelda. Yep, Zelda's another one. Laughing Hawk says, "That's what happened to me playing 7 Days to Die. It's so weird. I think it's easier with a group of people who want to kick it. You on Steam? You on Steam, Laughing Hawk? Because I know you mentioned about your vision. I use Windows Magnifier to zoom in on the screen to go through my inventory and stuff on 7 Days to Die, so I can see what the heck I'm doing there. And then everything else when I'm running around and stuff is all kind of like trial and error and guess and checks. Yeah, yep. But you know, we could have you as a guest and stream 7 Days to Die sometime. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
No, but
So did you want to end it?
yeah, it's.
I think we've been out here for quite a while
Oh
now.
my gosh, yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's like 9:56 or something.
Oh my God! At least it wasn't like that time when we had that subscribe-a-thon.
Oh my gosh, yeah, for like 15 hours. And we didn't get any subscribers on that, did we?
No, not one.
Yeah, but you know what? Those were in old times, and gone a different direction, and I think we both love the direction we're going in. And we love getting to interact with you all out here too. It's very meaningful, and you know, we appreciate the interactions. But yeah, I guess we better wrap it up for tonight. I will get that comment out there in the comment section. What I'll do is I'll ask, um, what case would you like to discuss, and then each of you put an answer in there, and then we'll tally up similar cases and then rank them that way. I think. Um, Good night, Crystal, and thank you so much for
Good
coming
night.
on. Really appreciate it. And to all the rest of you, good morning, good afternoon, or good night to you wherever you are. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Give of your time to come out and interact with us. It's more than just doing videos out here. It's interacting with people, and we need a lot more kindness in this world, and we hope to bring some of that out here. And we
Also, I have to say it again because we went longer than we did normally. Um, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. And thank you to all the subscribers tonight. That was awesome.
Yes, we definitely appreciate all of you, and we'll talk to you guys soon. So
Bye bye, all.
have a good night, everyone.